Hi everyone. Well, I'm going to be looking at the IWALY Tour Shoe arena because there are one or two self-evident faults within the design creation. We're having a quick look now, and if we take Donna down to the barricade, clearly you can't jump over the steel barricade. So I've tried that. You can't enter this grey area, which has been fenced off by the steel barricade. And so you've got what is effectively become a dead zone, whether you try to enter that particular grey area from the left-hand side, as I see it, or from the southern side from where I'm sitting. It doesn't really matter. You can't get into it. Now here's the other one interesting. That's as the try and throw my opponent over the thing. We're going to break it down slowly here. So here's Donna Summer about to throw her opponent over the fence, over the barricade, and this is the other way that you can normally end up over the other side and into the crowd. And if you look what happens, she goes sort of through the metal, suddenly appears the other side, and then she's flying back over the top again. So what I'm going to do is just replay this back the other way so we can see this from the reverse direction, and probably give you as good an insight as any as to what actually took place there. I'm going to keep it at the same speed. This is slowed down to about 1/8 of the speed that it would normally operate at, so we can see Kylie being pushed over to the other side, and then she's come back through the barricade there. So as you can see, that's about the size of the actual problem in relation to what's taking place there. Coming up, I've got a static clip with Kylie and marked on the other side of the barrier, and then a quick replay of everything at normal speed. And yeah, there you have it. It's about the size of it. Anyway, this one's very clearly just the height of the ramp, quite high. Nothing wrong with that in effect, but it does cause a problem with the glitter balls. So the glitter balls had to be moved a little bit to the side instead of being above the ramp, as it is on another one of the arenas that are built. So yeah, so the glitter ball not ideally suited to that type of ramp. So as I say, it's supposed to be moved to one side so it's not in the way, and above the area to the side which is actually located. But apart from that, everything else seems to be okay. I've worked through these aisles and making sure that there are no seeable problems in terms of what happens in the fighting scenes. Evidently there's going to be a few problems in relation to getting back over the barrier. You can't get over the barrier, so you're going to be stuck in that area, and you can't actually return to the ring in the way that perhaps you ordinarily would by jumping over it. So it appears that it's also not breakable either, because it is a steel barrier. It's meant to be an absolute stop. Now, whether there is a particular move that will do it, that somebody has found, whether there's a glitch or something that would actually allow you to break through the barrier, is unclear. But all the tools seem to be okay. There didn't seem to be any unusual problems in this particular area, which is around the back of the stage. Apart from the usual sort of things that you can get anyway, which might be a head disappearing through a barricade, or a problem with the overall mood in relation to what is happening close by objects. But mostly this seems to work okay, so that particular bit's all right and absolutely fine for the show and the tour. Can't see any problems there. So that's about it in a nutshell.
Vicious, downright savage club right there.
Something to think about, no doubt. Nothing much else to be said apart from that. Let's just let this finish off. But sort of finish with what I've got to say about things. As you can see there, coming from the other side, you've got the same thing going on. I'm slowing it down again so you can see. What you can see very clearly here is Kylie positioned on the wrong side of the barrier, having gone through it and disappearing back over the top again to end up back into that area. So that's the problem in reverse, looking at this area. And the other thing, of course, that it does is stops the contestants from getting back into that ring zone as well. So there's that, which is effectively the same problem, but from the other side.
I don't think either competitor
I
is
don't
thinking
know,
about the match right
doesn't
now.
really
This is
kind
just
of
all-out bedroom.
work that well, I think, with a steel barricade, is what I would say. I propose that be perhaps put back to a default barrier or something that was much more sensible in terms of allowing all the things to happen, or perhaps use an arena which doesn't have an area where there's in-crowd fighting. Just suggestions really on my part for this that I've been asked to build for some money. The overall height looks good in terms of the fighting near the ramp. Obviously the steepness of the jump back up again for the characters is doable. But yeah, I don't know. It's important to point these things out. So I was asked to make this, and I've made the arena, and there are some faults. That's all I would say at this stage. Happy to change them. Happy to just get on and make it all flow. Let me know what you think. Bye for now.